Good afternoon, and welcome back to the Channel Western Iowa Agronomic Update. Seeing as how a lot of us are probably stuck in an office due to this wet spring weather and our current quarantine conditions, I thought today would be a good day to talk to you about early corn planting. Early corn planting is really more dependent on soil conditions and less dependent on the actual date on the calendar. We saw that in 2019 as some of our best corn across southern Iowa was actually planted pretty early on in the spring. So as an agronomist, I'm really looking for three different conditions when we talk about early planting of corn in the southern part of my territory. And that would be soil temperatures of at least 50 degrees at that 2-inch depth and warming. Soil temperature may get up to 50 degrees, but we would like it to continue to warm as germination is not going to start until we hit 50 degrees. And it really picks up as we get closer to 55 degrees, which means that seed stays in the ground for less time as we get to those 120 GDUs required for corn emergence. The second would be no rainfall right after we plant. One of the worst things we can get is a cold rain after we plant, which then exposes those seeds to risk from imbibitional chilling, where that seed is taking in cold water, and that can cause all sorts of emergence issues. The last thing we're looking for is a period with no temperature swings after we plant. After that seed goes in the ground, again, we're looking for conditions to continue to warm. If we have really wide temperature swings like we saw in late April of 2019, that can really affect both our final stands and also just delay emergence. And one thing we saw last spring was that if corn plants came up a couple days after the majority of your stand did, those plants really struggled to become a productive corn plant. They almost ended up being more like a weed to the rest of your cornfield and put on smaller ears and had thinner stalks all season. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check in next week as we continue to tackle agronomic topics to get you ready for planting. And be sure to go to channel.com for more information.